Obviously, Galway will be coming into this game 3 weeks in a row. You've had a week now after the Munster final to maybe take stock and I suppose assess where you are. Will that be beneficial to you, do you think?
Absolutely, it's beneficial, yeah. There's no doubt about that. But ultimately, you've got to make that count on today, though. It's no point in having that ability to have a better preparation coming into the game. But you must make a count on the day. So that's the challenge for us, is to make sure that we put that work to pay next weekend.
You look out and you see Christmas trees up in people's windows and people getting ready for Christmas. You mentioned obviously the conditions, but just from a managerial point of view and just a GAA man in general, it has to be bizarre.
We don't really think very much about it. We're enjoying our training. We're enjoying our time together. We've waited all the year to have this opportunity, and really we're just trying to stay in the championship for as long as we possibly can, and in order to do that, we're working really, really hard, and it's been very, very difficult. There's no two ways about that, but at the same time it's been very, very enjoyable, and I think there's a great sense of satisfaction that the championship was realised. I know there were times during the year when we were afraid that it might not have happened at all. So we're very, very fortunate to be able to play and participate, and to have come this far has been a great achievement. But we just want to keep focused on the next hurdle, the next challenge, and that comes now next Sunday, and it's going to be a massive challenge. So we just have to focus in on that and put our best foot forward.
Cheers, John.
John, I noticed you said one thing there about making it count, and although the format was different last year, you still come through the same route, i.e. Munster champions and onto a semi-final. I suppose, what lessons from last year, or if any, would you be carrying over from the semi-final experience?
I wouldn't say any, to be honest, Giuseppe. It's I don't believe there's anything really. It's just, we're really just going from week to week to week. That's just the way it is now. You don't plan very far ahead. You don't look beyond the next game. Each week brings its own challenge in terms of the conditions, in terms of your training facilities, in terms of injuries. Every week is a challenge, and you just take it one day at a time. And having even the chance to reflect on last year and think back, okay, how did that go? How did this go? You just get on with it. And 2019 was 2019, 2018 was 2018. This is 2020. And all that's really important in 2020 right now for us is next Sunday.
Finally, John, yourselves in Galway, you've both evolved an awful lot since 2018. I suppose, what changes have you seen in your panel versus the Galway panel in those 2 years? I
suppose you've had a core group that's there. Obviously, our lads are still very young, overall. So they're still, in the their mid-20s, I suppose, early 20s to mid-20s. So they're still in their early years in terms of senior level. But we've seen a lot of lads maybe come in, younger lads come in as well, and maybe they haven't really gotten the chance just yet to maybe shine, and maybe they're just not quite ready yet. But I think over the next couple of years you're going to see a few new names knocking around the press as well. There's a lot of really good young players there at the moment that are in development and are learning their trade and are working very, very hard. And hopefully in the next year or two we're going to see a few of them come through and make a big impact.
It's your 20th championship game as manager on Sunday.
I wasn't aware.
How have you changed, do you think, since that first day?
I don't know, but I think I need a new laptop.
Sure, my grades will sort that out.
Yeah, I need a new laptop. Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't ever think about it, to be honest, Jerome. I wouldn't say an awful lot, to be honest. I think an awful lot of what we do, or what I do anyway, has been very much consistent over the last number of years, and I'm consistently consistent. I'm probably boring at this stage, but listen, we just take it. It's very. It really is very much a case of taking it game to game, and dealing with the challenges on a day-to-day basis. Whether they be injuries or logistics or COVID or opposition or whatever it might be. We just take on the challenges as they come, and hopefully we do it in a way that gives us a fighting chance, the next day. So still very much enjoying it. I will say that much, Jerome. Very, very much enjoying it. And even in these challenging times, even with the restrictions that are there, I still very, very much look forward to going to training on Tuesday and Friday night, and the matches and training on a Sunday as well. So, and I know the players are very much enjoying their time together as a group as well, which is a fantastic thing to see,
You mentioned the next day there. Obviously, the carrot on Sunday is huge.
Yeah, I suppose, you can't look beyond Sunday. That's just the way it is. If you start to think beyond Sunday, you're going to get distracted. For us, this is a huge, huge challenge, and one that will require us to be extremely focused and to produce a really quality performance to get through. So, that's where our focus is right now. But it's going to be, like, if you look back in the last 3 years and the semi-finals of the last 3 years, there has been only a puck of a ball between any of the teams at that stage of the competition. So, it's all about survival and getting yourself as right as you possibly can and producing the very, very best performance you possibly can. So that's where we're at.
Obviously, there's been a hunger to get back to Croke Park as well, regardless of the opposition. But just to get back to Croke Park is a signal, I suppose, that you're at the business end of a championship.
It is, yeah, but like, I suppose, for every player, for every team, that's where they want to get to. That's a common thread across every competition, be it the Lee McCarthy, be it the Sam Maguire, be it the Nicky Rackard or the Joe McDonough or whatever, Christy Ring. Everybody just wants to get to the Croke Park in the things, whether it be the final or the semi-final. But it's a great privilege to go and play there. But when you get there, you need to produce your best.